What's up, motorized windblowers? It's your boy Hodder here with a little disclaimer about today's episode of Two Guys in a Game. So your boys, Hodder and Caz, when we recorded this podcast, the tweet about Fallout's kind of surprise announcement, the whole Please Stand By thing, just came out. And we wanted to kind of jump on it and record an episode. We had to do it in advance, as we have to do with most episodes. And of course, mere hours after we recorded the podcast, they did announce the actual Fallout 76. So that's why, if at all anything we're talking about, you're kind of like, wait, why are they speculating it's been announced? That is why we just wanted to have a little disclaimer, because that's also what happened with last week's episode with the whole Pokemon Switch thing, which we were right about, no big deal. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know. I'm going to now throw it to the producer for the intros and so forth. Let us commence with the podcast.
The following is a Podbeard production.
Two fries in a game! But look at my butt.
Heavy the laxative.
Father, what is this?
I do not know.
My blood moon is rising once again.
In a world where two ordinary gamers team up to fight the forces of boredom, this is their podcast, and this is their story.
Oh, and look, it's me, Casalini, and it's Hodder. And this is a Two Guys in a Game, Spaghetti Edition. So, Hodder, what have you been playing this week? I've been playing the mandolin.
Oh, I've been playing I personally have been playing the spaghetti. Oh, I used spaghetti. But then you playing the lasagna. It's very nice.
How do you play with lasagna?
I am a Hodderini.
How do you play with the lasagna?
Oh, you cook the lasagna in the oven, and you pull it out of the oven, and then you play it. I've also been playing with the grease. The thing for our hair. It is very good. My hair is always pushed back.
So the other day, I was in Venice taking a gondola down.
Oh, you're taking the gondola?
Yeah, taking the gondola to the pizza palace.
Oh, the pizza palace.
The Leaning Tower of Pizza.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. And I found out, there are no video games in Italy.
No video games.
So what are we going to talk about?
We don't talk about video games anymore.
Now
Two Italian guys.
We changed it to Casalini and Hodder's a pizza party.
Oh, the pizza party. Babba-da-boopy. Do you actually just talk Italian if you start doing that?
Sorry?
Do you actually just talk Italian when you start doing that? You just go babba-da-boopy, babba-da-babba-da-babba?
No.
Is that actually Italian?
That's just a Peter Griffin thing.
Haha. So what's up, everybody? It's your boy Hodder.
My name's Peter Griffin.
I like reading comic books and dressing like a dude. Yeah, rock and roll.
And I'm Casalini Alfredo.
And this is Two Guys in a Game! Italian edition. No, we're not Italian. We're not Italian anymore.
Italian meatball edition.
Babba-da-boopy.
You either get on the gondola or you don't. Now I went like Russian for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now I'm Russian mafia
Russian
hitman
Caz.
in Italy. And I'm going to kill
I am
Casalini.
Russian Caz, and I am here today to tell you that we do not have time for video games in Russia. I don't know why. That's not a Russian thing. That's just what I always do when I do a Russian accent. I don't know, man. This is going to be a fun episode today because, like, usually when we sit down to record Two Guys in a Game, we, like, have everything, like, fully scripted out.
Yeah, just let me look
Like
at my
to a
script.
T.
Give me 1 second.
And I'm, like, not scripted out, but, like,
Three
we have, like, bullet
guys
points.
trolling basic bitches. That sounds like a very interesting article.
Is that actually an article? 3 guys trolling basic bitches. That's actually an article that was on his phone. Oh my god, why were you reading that?
I'm not. It
just showed up on your.
It's a notification. I mean, I will read it later when I'm taking a huge dump. Shout out to my toilet.
The following is a Podbeard production. Shout out to the producer. We love you. So we hope everybody is doing very well today. It is a beautiful morning here at Two Guys in a Game Studios.
Except it's not morning anymore.
Early afternoon. You know what? I'm trying to set the mood.
Trying to set the mood.
Here today on Two Guys in a Game.
Sometimes I try to set the mood, but Caz always ruins it. Because Caz is such a dick.
I'm still singing that song. That was so good. I had a couple people messaged me and they were like, where did that skit come from? And I'm like, well, technically we stole it from... Technically I stole it from Family Guy and then we stole it from me.
Technically, I brought these gifts for you. They're up in my bum.
And who could forget? Na, 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 look at the past. Holy crap, here comes Jesus, and he doesn't look too happy. So we hope that you guys are doing great and that you have hit that subscribe button
Or
right
follow
now.
button.
Have your listening or follow or rate or whatever.
Hopefully you go on that RSS feed.
Yes. And listen to our other games where we talk way more about video games than we're probably going to today.
Yeah.
We're talking about video games at some point, but today's going to be really just kind of laid back episode.
Yeah.
It's just too nice of a day out. Like I
Yeah,
want
we
to
need to go podcast outside.
We really should sometime. I'm gonna get a table for my patio
We're
soon.
just going to go out and podcast outside. It'll be like, oh, yeah, so it's a lovely day. Caw! Caw!
What the fuck is that? What kind of butterfly is that?
This is a crow. Did you hear that crow? We're podcasting outside now. Fucking crows. Yeah, I know.
Fucking crows. So what's new and exciting, Caz?
Well, actually, I got a new car.
Yes, we know.
Yeah, I just, wanted to.
You just wanted to reiterate that.
What's new and exciting with you now?
So here's what's funny: is Kaz got a new car a couple weeks ago, and I also got a new car like literally a couple days ago.
Damn it. He spun that so well. I was trying to overshadow him and he spun it
Man.
well.
I'm the big deal this week that talks about my car for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Even though we didn't talk about your car for 20 minutes. Shout out to our boy, the Sham. The Sham.
The Sham.
You know who he is.
You're a sham.
Yeah, so I literally, like, a few days ago, I was just randomly on, like, the Auto Trader app, and I was, like, kind of looking around, and I was about to, like, buy a Kia. Because I need a car. I was like, I'm done. I need to just go buy, because I can't afford, like, a freaking really nice, expensive car like you or anything.
What do you mean? Like, my car is so affordable.
Well, it's not expensive, but it's a nice, it costs way more than mine does. I'm assuming.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Everything is supposed to be more expensive.
than
I'm
mine.
supposed to be the,
Yeah.
have
You're
all
the
nice
greatest
stuff.
showman.
I'm the greatest supervisor.
The greatest head supervisor of Pod Beer Productions.
And
Oh, by the way,
places.
we've officially made Casdo Jones the head supervisor of Pod Beer Productions.
And now I'm going to take that out of context and just take the officially made the head supervisor, send that to some people. And
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I'll make you a card. We're gonna make carts. We're gonna make cards eventually. It's gonna be a
Business
lot of fun.
cards.
Yeah.
Head supervisor of Podbeard Network.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a lot of angry other Podbeard Network people like Justin.
Yeah,
Hey,
but they
why
don't-
am I not the head supervisor?
And then I'll be like, "Hey, bro,
How about you be the
you could be the
honestly
the head
lazy
baker."
producer?
He'll be the. Oh, well, that's it. Is like everyone has to sound more impressive than they are. Like when I introduced. Shout outs to the new podcast on the network, Creeper Sleep. My boy Matt. When I introduced him, I gave the little blurb. Did you read it? I'm assuming you read it because it's on the message.
What blurb?
The little blurb about Matt I did on the little message thing that we had, the group message
in the
we had
group
for-
message. Yeah, no, I tend to not check that because unless it's just like one message and I can get to it before. Because if I don't get to it and read the first message, then it's just a spam of you and Justin or you and Prog Rock or not Prog Rock or you and Dark Runner having this
arguments.
huge discussion. And I'm like, I don't have time to read this right now.
Well, basically, I hyped him up a lot,
Oh yeah.
and afterwards they were like, "Oh man!" And then Justin was like, "Yeah, that's what he does." And I'm like, "Yeah, Justin is actually a worldwide respected." I can't remember what I said, but I basically was like,
He's Mr. Worldwide.
"Mr. Worldwide," and Justin was like, "See," I made him sound so good. And he was like, "See, I'm shit." But yeah, no, I bought a car. That's pretty cool. So, just a heads up, randomly throughout the summer, you may or may not hear us recording in a bunch of different places.
You might get hit by a silver Honda Civic 2018 or a 2011 Chevrolet Impala.
What up? Impala is like Paula Abdul.
No, you're
in
in
Mission Impossible.
You're Impala. Impala.
That's too blessed. I don't know. Yeah. So if you randomly see my ass driving around in even though, well, actually, something else that's kind of interesting. We'll talk about gaming eventually, I promise.
No. Stop lying.
It's just going to be one of those episodes today.
This is just two guys.
There's just so much going on. Is actually we are now because I have there's a little pie chart for how many views we get worldwide, and we're going into other countries, which is wicked. But what's really really cool is we're pretty much 60-40 right now with the States. Canada's still our main,
Yeah.
but a lot of our listenership's coming from the States, which is really exciting because it's not just one person anymore.
Yeah. It's 2.
It's like it was all coming
It's
from
2
like
people. You guys are the best.
Well, yeah, we only have 4 listeners, so 2 of them are from the States. no, but actually, it's actually pretty cool. I forgot to tell you that. It's actually pretty cool, man. So, those of you who are not in the States, or who are in the States, if you see my ass driving around in a silver Impala, ask why I'm in the States. Because I'm very lost. Please help me.
And if you see me driving around, it's because I'm awesome.
It's because I'm awesome. Because I'm Caz, and I'm awesome. Shouts to the Miz.
It's actually Casalini, but
Casalini. Ah, it's a Casalini. Ah, baby booby. So what have you been playing this week?
I've been playing the mandolin.
Oh, I've been also playing the mandolin. I've been playing the accordion.
See how I avoid the game talk? Sue me. Sue me now.
Sue me.
You guys aren't 2 guys in a game at all. You're phonies. You guys are great big phonies. Hey, everybody, look. They're phonies.
Well, I just literally would be like, yeah, now we're 2 guys in a tangent. We're just going to change the name of the show. Fuck it. Whatever. See what's I care.
He's a great big phony. This guy's name's not even Hodder. It's TJ. He's a phony.
I had one of my buddies ask me the other day. He's like, where is Caz from? I'm like, what do you mean? Well, like, where the hell did he get the name Cazador? Like, they literally thought it was your name. I'm like, really? Like,
where did he get that name?
Cazador.
His mom and dad must have been cool. Well, you see, one day I was in Mexico.
Well, they thought you were like Mexican. I'm like,
and I came out of the what do you call it? I can't think of the word. It's there on the tip of my tongue. I came out of the trenches in Mexico.
The trenches?
It's not the word. The gulag. I came out of the gulag in Mexico. A 10-year-old boy. And they chanted my name. Cazador. 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 I think they were actually trying to say Matador, but I heard Cazador. And that is the legend of Cazador, Mother fucking Jones.
Yes. Who also you can follow on Twitter now, by the way.
Since when?
At the Tangent King.
Did you make me a Twitter account
No,
without my
didn't.
consent?
No, you
Don't
didn't.
lie.
And you
He's
actually
lying.
have some hilarious freaking tweets.
No.
By the way.
No.
You do though. He's just gonna play it off because he doesn't want people to follow him for whatever reason.
No, I don't
Even
care.
though
I need to be one of those hipster people
who talks about their own Twitter,
who doesn't talk about their own Twitter.
Why
Who's just
not?
like, I don't need people to follow me. People will just follow me when they're ready.
but they won't
Yeah, they will.
because that's not how Twitter works anymore. Unless you tweet random bullshit and get lucky, that's not how Twitter works anymore.
So,
Like, literally-
like what I do, tweet random bullshit and get lucky.
Yeah, pretty much. Like literally, I'm just gonna read off a couple of his tweets real quick.
Oh, okay.
One that he did that was actually like super funny. I actually like genuinely laughed really hard.
They're all
Oh my
kinda
god,
funny,
they're
but-
all pretty funny. It was your you did this like a couple weeks ago. It was, I figured out that the secret to being a great gamer, it's being smart enough to understand that Pokemon Go was just a remake of Pokewalker. And then like when I was at the car dealership signing my papers, Kat had to drive me in because I don't have a fucking car.
Yeah, shocker. Shocker.
And he tweeted at a car dealership with Hodder, he doesn't even buy a car, he just buys a microphone. So follow him at the Tangent King. It's a lot of fun. You should definitely follow him. And you can follow us as well while you're at it. 2 guys, AA game, Bobby Network, and all that fun stuff. Yeah.
So
We talk about gaming, I promise. Just not today.
I'm not playing anything exciting this week, so I have nothing to talk about because
No.
I'm literally just like dying as a human being. Like my soul is being sucked out of me. So I don't have time to play video games.
A little dramatic today, Kat.
And I know you haven't been playing
Well,
anything.
we've been. That's the problem. Is like when you're doing a podcast like this, like when we are supposed to talk about a specific topic. It's like, what do you do when literally since our last episode, like we have barely been playing video games. I've been playing.
And
God
then you
of
don't
War.
record an episode. Duh.
Well, why?
I don't know.
Then we miss an episode. We can't do that.
You
damn
don't
it.
miss an episode. You just hiatus the episode. You go, don't worry. We're going to be back next Christmas. Don't worry about it.
Let's shake that ass. Bitch.
Roll the credits, Brandon. Roll the podcast credits.
I
put the Adore in
Cazador.
Cazador.
He puts the Adore in Cazador. The Cazadors.
Those are what my fans
So
are
what does
called.
Cazadors
They adore
today?
me.
What does Cazador today?
What? Cazador
Oh,
today?
Kaz, you have a dog named Brandon.
It's a
Oh, you
producer named
You have a
Brandon.
producer
Oh,
named Brandon.
Cazador. Oh, Cazador.
You have a producer named Brandon. So what does Cazador today?
What is Cazador today? I have a door.
You have a door, a single door.
I am the door.
I am the table. I'm the root.
I'm trying to think of a game to talk about. This is how winging it goes on a podcast.
This is why we can't wing it ever.
Because like
it's just shit.
This is why TJ's always like, okay, so I thought today we were going to talk about this, and I'm like, I'm really hungover today, TJ. Let's just roll with it. And now today it's just like, I'm really hungover today, TJ, and we're winging it, and this is shit.
I wouldn't say that. I think it's just when like so many people have hit me up and they're like the number one reason why we love two guys at a game is just listening to you banter about whatever the hell. You know, people aren't listening to us to hear
our gaming
news and like our game. They want to hear us talk about the games and games we're playing and stuff like that. But it's more the banter about the games than, oh yes, the mechanics of this game are superb. There's so many other podcasts that are gaming podcasts that do that kind of content.
That's true.
Where it's like, that's not who we are. That's not what separates us from them. What separates us from them is our personalities.
Okay, I got an idea. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
It's time to talk about the greatest game of all time. Are you ready?
I am adequately prepared.
Nintendo Labo.
Oh my god! Yeah, I was actually going to talk about that today.
Why? Why would you ever talk about that?
Because so I actually got to use a Nintendo Labo the other day, right?
Okay, I'm turning my mic off.
Okay,
because
you can't turn your mic off.
No,
that one actually can't. No, a button to turn off.
No,
sorry, you have to sit through this. No, but I was at the Oscar Center the other day. Whoop whoop. And there was like a kiosk set up.
Going to the OC
and
gonna play some Nintendo.
There's a dude chilling, and he had like a Wii U set up, a Switch, a 3DS, a 2DS. He had all these consoles set up, and then he had.
Like, why did you? Where, do you guys like? Do you know Caz? And then he's like, "You mean the guy with 27 3DSs?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's I
don't
actually
talk to him anymore. He insulted my Nintendo Labo. Said it was just a recycling piece of shit.
But I actually, I had an interesting conversation with Max that I want to tell you about because you'll find it funny. But so he had a bunch of Labos set up. So he had the piano one set up. And then he had the racing one set up. So I was like, you know what? I actually want to try these and like see what all the fuss is about. So I sat down and I played the racing one.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much how it went. I was like, burner. I mean, it was lame
until you had to play the piano while you're in the car. Now, is this really how you want to play this game?
No.
Cardboard. It's really,
and
really
I was like playing it, and I'm like, he was like, so what do you think, man? Like, what's your honest opinion on the whole label thing? And I'm like, I don't know, man. This seems like kind of lame for how much money it is. And he was like, you know, it's not for everybody, and Nintendo knows that. And I'm like, yeah, but
do they?
I just
though?
don't understand. But then,
do they?
Let me say this.
No,
let me
that's
talk.
Where you end the thing.
Let me say this. Let me talk. Because this is a gaming podcast, and it's been like 15 minutes of us not talking about games. So let me talk about gaming for a minute.
We'll get back to talking about gaming.
Yeah, no, right now we are.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I hate the Labo.
He said, yeah, like, you know, I understand why some people don't like it, but then like right then and there, overwalks a family with 3 kids. And these kids were loving it, and they were looking at the directions, and they were like, because he had one set up that the kids could try and build, and they were like building it, and like they were like learning, and like I was watching it going, oh, like I kind of get it now. It's not for us, you know, like that's not who it's for. It's for kids, you know. It's not for us. It's not for old jaded gamers like us. It doesn't give a fuck about us, really. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be for anybody. It's terrible. It's a terrible idea.
He had a bunch of boxes behind the counter, like that he was like putting stuff in. So I saw them and I was like, "Oh my god, that's a new edition!" Like, that was pretty funny. But I said to him,
"Why are you stealing my jokes now? Why are you stealing my jokes and using them on other things?"
It's funny.
You don't even have a Switch. You don't. Sorry, I'm trying to find a way to rip on you right now, and I can't.
Yeah, because I'm unrippable. Because I'm just so cool, you say.
Because I'm made of Kevlar. What's up?
Hodder's made of Kevlar.
It's more like Hodlar now.
Hodlar? Hodlard?
It's okay. TJ tries to text me last night, and he goes, yeah, it's not very fat. Oh, sorry, autocorrect there. Fat. Shit, I mean far. And I'm like, how many times are you putting fat into your phone? Clearly way too many. Your autocorrect is going
a lot more than you'd think. When I type in my speeches for fat guys are anonymous or whatever the fuck.
Guys anonymous.
Yeah, I don't remember what I don't remember
FGA.
What FGA.
FGA approved.
This message has been approved by the Fat Guys Anonymous.
The Fat Guys Association of America.
And but back to the whole Labo thing. So
Lamo
I was like kind of talking with the guy, and he was a really, really good guy. I forgot to get his card, so I was gonna give him a shout out. So I apologize, sir, if for some reason you're listening to this somehow. I told him, I said to him like, because I was like asking him a bunch of questions and stuff, and like he was like, oh, like like.
Were you born in Minnesota?
No. And told him like, oh, like I do like a gaming podcast and stuff, and like I'm a podcaster, and he was like, oh, that's so cool, and he was asking about it, and literally I use the new tactic I have for when people ask about the podcast. You should do this too. When they ask about it, like, oh, where can I find it? Do you have your phone on you? Yeah. Do you have Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook? Yeah. Can I see your phone for a minute? I just follow two guys in the game.
Just load a bunch of porn on their phone. There you go. Fuck
bunch
you.
of like Brazilian.
Don't
fart
listen
porn.
to my podcast. Just walk
No,
away.
and he was like, oh, I'm gonna use that too when people ask me, and I'm like, yeah, man, it's the best tactic. So he does follow us. Shout out to him if he's listening. But yeah, it was just interesting, like seeing kids interact with the Labo. I was like, I kind of get it now.
I looked at it on the outside of the box today.
See now,
And-
what I think is going to happen is you're going to try it eventually, and you're going to love it.
No.
You're going to retract all your past statements.
That will never happen because I'm never going to try it.
Even if, but see, here's the thing: is even if you did, let's just say hypothetically, I'm here, you called me and you were like, "We got a problem. We got a big problem." What? And then you send me a Snapchat of you playing with the robot one, and you're loving it.
No,
and I'll be like, "You can't tell anyone. Like, you just have to keep it to yourself."
that would
Like,
never happen, though.
I know.
It'll never happen.
Shout out to our boy Martin Perez though, who he did play the Labo and he did stream it. I was able to catch the stream, but he said it was actually
he
a lot
had
of
a
fun.
stream of piss going on to the Labo, is what you're telling me. Like, there's no way to sell this to me. I understand the little kid thing because little kids are dumb and naive and they like to play with
Because little
boxes.
kids are dumb and naive.
Hey, Peter, why don't you share the box with Stewie? Okay, no, it's my box. I'm king in here.
If anyone needs me, I'll be in space.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was actually like kind of cool. Like, it's not for me. I'd never buy it, obviously. I mean, I want to
It's good in a survival situation if you bring your Switch with you camping and you run out of firewood. I could see how that would be a good. That's the only benefit. But it's like the most expensive fire starter you will ever buy.
Can't.
There's no way it costs that much money to produce.
What?
pieces
Well,
of
no,
cardboard.
because I was asking about this, and the reason why it costs the money that it does, it's the assembly, it's the pre-assembly that they have to do. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for the pre-assembly and the instructions. It costs money to laser cut all that stuff to fit so well. Because it fits really well. Like, it's really easy to build. Because like, there was a kid who couldn't have been older than 5 who was building the fucking piano. Like, it took him like maybe 10 minutes.
to build a piano.
Yeah, the little piano.
Isn't that giving kids like a false sense of construction?
Oh my God.
Like, this
No,
is
it's
how you
making
build-
kids believe they can do anything.
This is how you build a piano, and then they go into the
cranky
real world,
Caz.
and then it's just like, well, actually, this is how you really build a piano. And the kid's like, but the Nintendo Labo showed me this. It's like, get this millennial out of here. He can't handle it.
Get this millennial out of here. They're not even millennials anymore, though.
No,
Now
they're
kids
like,
would be
what
like,
are they called now?
I think they're called like Generation
Z?
Y or something.
I thought we were Generation Y.
No, we're Generation X.
No.
we're the millennials.
We're millennials.
Generation X
so
was
Y.
before us.
Yeah.
Now it's Generation
Generation
Y.
X is the.
I said, why the fuck are we here?
So there's the baby boomers, which is like the generation before
Our
X,
parents
right?
and stuff, yeah.
like, no, my parents aren't baby boomers. Mine are in Generation X. I don't know. Your parents might be the baby boomers, but mine aren't.
What?
My parents
yeah.
are Generation
yeah, no,
X.
my parents are Generation
and,
X as well.
And so they're the generation that's like, what the fuck is going on?
What the fuck?
And then you've got the baby boomers who are like, millennials don't do anything, but we want more healthcare. And then the millennials are all like, oh, we're working 2 jobs over here. We're trying to just buy a frozen pizza. Meanwhile,
and
we
a couple of pizzas.
and then we
Am I right?
and then we complain like
All the time.
all the time about everything. So, we are pretty shitty, but whatever.
We're not the best people in the world. Let's be honest.
Nobody is.
Who is a good person in the world?
Han Solo.
really? Han Solo.
No.
Have you seen Solo yet?
Is this a hint? Are you hinting at me that you're going to do a solo gaming podcast without me? Have you seen Solo, the podcast?
Have you seen my podcast, The Hodder
called
Show?
Solo.
I'm going to do that, but it's going to be called One Guy in a Game. Fuck Jojo.
No, I haven't seen the Han Solo
I haven't
movie
yet. No, we should go see it.
No, I heard it's really bad.
Really?
Yeah. No, I don't. I heard it.
I've heard
do
it's
good in the
amazing,
box
so.
offices, but that was it. But you can't blame it. I mean, Avengers and Deadpool.
How the hell can you go against Deadpool? Have you seen Deadpool?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see? I haven't seen it yet. I want to go see it.
Yeah, I've seen
Was it good?
Yeah. It was really fast paced, so like I didn't realize it was over when it was over, kind of. Like it just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks, and I was like, oh, that's the end of the movie. Wow. I was like way fast
Oh,
paced.
that's it? Oh.
Yeah. So but it was really good. Just as funny as the first one, fourth wall breaking, all that stuff.
It looks like it's going to be really good. I need to just go see it.
Yeah.
I've been busy. Like, it's been a busy freaking, like, week and a half.
Stop making excuses. It's always busy.
It is always
time.
busy. Yeah.
In your
I just
busy
got to go
life.
do it. Well, now that I have a freaking car, it's going to make my life a lot easier.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to have your ass drive me around or the producer drive me around.
Why wouldn't you want to get in my car? My car is amazing.
Your car's pretty nice.
What's access to all girls? Why
So-
wouldn't you want to get in my car?
So, before we continue, I would like to take this opportunity to give a shout out to Mr. Jason Reese over at Jaybird Digital Arts.
I thought his name was Mr. Jaybird Digital Arts.
It is.
Okay, guys, so we're going to take a quick second to give a much needed shout out to our good friend, Mr. Jason Reese from Jaybird Digital Arts. Whether you guys need t-shirts, logos, business cards, phone manipulation, custom art, anything like that, Jason is your guy.
You've seen our logo. You've seen how awesome it is. Hit him up today by going to www.jaybirddigitalarts.com. That is JAYBIRD digitalarts.com. Go there right now.
Right now, guys, just pause the podcast. Go do
Jaybird
it.
Digital Arts.
Digital Arts.
So, I believe that
It is now time for some shout outs. Just joking.
Just joking.
Just joking.
hey, that's my thing that I do.
I know. It's just like, let's just get the podcast. Let's just cut.
Podcast.
Let's just cut
Let's
the
cut it short
podcast
and say,
right
fuck it.
now.
No.
Hope you enjoyed you guys in the game this week. I know we talked on a lot of we touched base on a lot of interesting gaming
Really
topics
super
this
interesting
week.
topics.
So-
I can only imagine how Brandon would react if we sent him like the first half of this podcast.
You'd be like,
and was
you're
like, "This is the
missing.
pod."
You're missing some of your podcasts.
Like,
And
hey,
you'd be
bro,
like,
you're
"No."
missing half your fucking podcast.
No, we're not missing it. We just
we
let
had
it
our
go.
main
We
topic
just
in the
let it
middle.
go. If you love something, you gotta let it go.
We
And
had
if
the
it comes
main.
back to you.
We
then-
talked about the Labo in the middle there. It was,
Yeah.
No,
the Lamo, yep.
the Lamo. Haha. No, but I do believe that we.
And I think
have-
Brandon would have felt like a lot of fallout.
Oh,
From it.
because today we actually have some gaming rumors.
And now, a sexy correction with your producer. Seeing how this gaming rumor's already been debunked, we'll call this Things We Should Have Talked About While We Were Talking About Our Cars on Air. You're welcome.
Yes,
Skyrim 5.
Skyrim's getting
Revenge
more
of the
DLC.
Skyrim.
Just kidding.
Skyrim's getting 4 more DLCs this year, as announced by Bethesda. Here we go. I'm just joking. So actually, supposedly, according to my sources at the internet,
His source is Gary.
on IGN.com, Bethesda is teasing a new Fallout game.
yes.
Now, I'm not disappointed about this, but I really would have thought Bethesda's next big all-star open world exploration game would have been an Elder Scrolls game. But if it is going to be Fallout, I think it's kind of nice to bring up the topic now since it's being teased. What we kind of want from this new game and what improvements and what changes we want to see from Fallout 4 and all Fallout games up to this point, and what differences can we what to expect and sort of. So their tease is more of a, by the look of it was actually them tweeting something. So this would have been about a week ago, and it's the Fallout sign, like the please stand by, and their tweet is hashtag please stand by. So it's probably
so it's
gonna
probably
be
nothing,
something-
but they're like,
yeah, it might.
everyone's losing their shit. Right
It could
now.
just because honestly, that could mean anything. That could be please stand by for our next big game announcement. It doesn't mean it's going to be please stand by for Fallout. Although a lot of people will go to that. Let's just remember how stupid people are when it comes to leaks and rumors. And
see last week's episode.
yes, so yeah, let's not get crazy. But bringing the topic up, we can at least discuss what we want.
Oh, for sure. I think it's interesting because Fallout 4, I might do another playthrough of Fallout 4. Just kidding. Haha. I've been 18. But I still really I love Fallout 4. You guys know how much we love the Fallout series, how our most downloaded episode of all time was about Fallout New Vegas. episode 3,
Fallout,
which is still our most downloaded episode, and is still
Vegas.
every week. It is still like one of our most down. It's always in the top 5, and I'm always like, "What the hell is going on?" Like people love that episode for some reason.
Because Fallout's amazing.
The bots love that episode, especially beard bot. Hello, creator. Just kidding. Well, I think it's cool because when any kind of leaks like this happen, except for with what happened with Pokemon Switch, like that was too much. Like when something like this happens, like yeah, people are kind of freaking out, but like people are making lists and like, hey, here's what we want out of Fallout. And I am seeing a lot of stuff that I don't think really matters.
Yeah, like I don't think we need to put in racism into Fallout. Like that's just a weird thing.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
whoever said that is
Probably a racist.
no, they're just weird.
No, but like there's been stuff like people have been like saying, oh, improve the graphics. And like, whereas us, we're like,
No,
how about we go back?
take the graphics back. That's what was funny
Yeah.
about those games. The limbs exploding and everything. And
Yeah, like it was hilarious. Like, why? What happened to that? You know, I
even on the
see heads
modded versions,
explode.
like
Yeah.
on your computer, when you bring someone back to life after you've destroyed them and cut their limbs off, and their head reassembles itself, but it's just a brain and 2 eyeballs.
That's what I want.
And they're walking around like, "Hey, get away from me!" It's just like,
oh
how
my
are you
God,
walking?
you're a brain with
You have no
eyes.
limbs, and they're literally walking around limbless
Just a brain with eyes.
and a torso.
Shout outs to oh my god, Dr. Andros. Cry Starfax 64.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Andros. Hello, Fox.
So, so graphics is one that I think is necessary. Honestly, you don't need to update the graphics, and what they have for their graphics right now in their series is really great. Like it's on par with what you'd want a Fallout game. Like it's such a big game. There's so much like that has to go into making the game. That was the one thing that Bethesda was always nice for, is that was the least of their concerns. Yeah, they still made the game look great for when they've released it, like Oblivion, Morrowind, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. All these games were great on par. Even Skyrim up the ante. Like the graphics in Skyrim are amazing. And Fallout 4's graphics are fantastic for what they are. But you have to realize, like, Bethesda has so many issues with their games, like freezing up and everything. And it's just,
And like
they're
slow,
so big.
yeah.
So why would you want to put more graphical pressure on to the operating system of this game when it's not necessary? That's one thing I look at. Like, if you have too much of a graphic overload, then it's just going to be like, wow, graphics are so good, but my game freezes up every 5 minutes.
You can't even shoot people. The second there's more than 4 characters on screen, the game freezes up. Do you want that? I don't want that. I want the game to run smoother. I don't mind if the graphics take a step backwards for better, like for it to be better mechanic wise. That's what I want. I don't want, like a game like okay, like God of War is a beautiful game.
Yes.
And it has run, knock on wood, so like over the top smoothly that I'm so impressed.
But it's not a game you want to bring home to your parents, is what you're trying to say.
But I would bring it home to my parents. 'Cause it's that
Whoa. Okay there, buddy. You've been on like 2 dates with this game. Just calm down, all right? Let's not get committed here.
I get what you're saying now. But no, like I don't see why they couldn't. Like, I mean, I don't think the graphics for God of War are like. I've seen better graphics before in video games, but like for that, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's like it's all I want. I want the game to run smoothly. I don't care if the people sometimes look a little silly. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
But what some things that people have been talking about is getting a whole new engine for it.
Why? They just probably did that.
Yeah.
They
Well, I've
literally
seen-
probably did that with Skyrim has to be a brand new engine from
Yeah.
Oblivion and Fallout New Vegas, like between those games. Like they have a new engine. So why would Bethesda just be like, oh yeah, let's just like spend another $1 billion and make
Building a
another
whole new
engine
engine
just so
for
you
it,
can
yeah.
have some nicer graphics. Like the mechanics
Or like
aren't
slightly different
perfect
mechanics. But
in the
yeah.
game, but they get the job done, and it's a Fallout game. And I honestly think Fallout 4 has done a great job of like, although it's not my favorite in the series, the way that they made it more realistic of a aftermath of Fallout, like with the pipe
So much more-
weapons,
yeah,
the pipe
yeah.
weapons,
So
like
much
just
more
all that.
realistic.
Yeah, like that's so much more than what New Vegas and Fallout 3 did. Where Fallout
for
3
sure.
and New Vegas had fun, you could collect your weapons, your armor, and that was always great. But Fallout 4 made it a little bit more realistic. Like the power armor actually is power armor now. It's not just like, hey, here's your suit, just equip it. It's like
Now you actually
it's
step
basically
into
like,
it. It's like a car.
I am Iron Man. And you just walk and punching death claws with your bare hands. And the death claws are like, and then you have to fight the Mirelurk queens, and they're like 10 feet tall. 10,
We're like,
like 10,000 feet tall, and they're like
They're like the funniest enemy I've ever seen in my life.
mini nuking
Like
them is the
the
funniest
first
thing.
time you see one, it's terrifying if you're not prepared for it.
Yeah.
But like it's just like it just appears, and I was like, oh, like because it was at the castle, and I knew I was gonna have to fight something, and I was like, oh, I wonder what I'm gonna have to fight, and then it's like it just appears out of the water, and I was like, oh, that's what that is.
And Darth Vader's theme song starts playing when it comes. Oh my God! It's Darth Mirelurk.
Darth Vader.
Gotta get out of here. Anyways, so what are some other things that you want to touch base on with this game?
You
here?
were just talking about the like the whole realism of it, and I think that's a really, really good point because I'm totally in agreement with that. I really want a more realistic Fallout in the sense of, you know, I want maybe with weapons, like, yeah, pipe weapons for sure, I think is really cool, but like have more like stuff like, even though it's hard because even though
What's hard?
they are, I'm not gonna
Oh
tell
crap!
you.
Train of thought. Go
Oh,
on.
even though stuff like the mini nukes and like the big
Oh, so
Gatling
your mini
machine
nukes
guns
hard.
and that,
Okay, I got
my
it.
mini nukes are hard. Aha.
They're fun.
Even though those things like they're so fun, it's like they're very over the top.
Yeah.
Like if nuclear Fallout happened
You
right
think
now,
you're gonna go walk outside and find an RPG?
no, you're not. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
you're
are.
not.
Yeah, Call of Duty has taught every 10-year-old out there where to find RPGs.
Yeah.
I know where the RPGs are, Dad. No, Dylan, he's got a machete. Get away from him. You just killed my son. You're killing me.
Like that's the thing too, is I would love to see, because like it's a game that's, it's obviously it's based around gun combat. It's a third person or first person shooter, whatever the hell. I get that.
It's
I
an
like that.
open world integrated combat RPG system. I don't know why I didn't just say role playing game system,
I don't know why either.
but yes, that's how I would describe the game. Yeah. So, anyways,
Well, that's the thing, is like I would love to see more, like, because I did a playthrough doing just strictly melee combat,
oh okay,
and it was a lot of fun. And I'm like, I don't know why they don't like perfect that a little bit better.
yeah,
Just little things like add like if you're going against someone who has a melee weapon, add like a little, you know,
like a duel.
kind of,
music.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, like this. Well, no, but if you make a duel, that would be cool as shit. You know, I think they need to take and like same with unarmed combat. Make it so that your guy can be a total unarmed weapon wielding badass if you want to be, and it's not just like you just go like make it so that you have actually little fights and stuff, you know.
1-2 punch. Oh, and
Like
he
base
knocks
it
out
off
the
of-
Mirelurk Queen.
Well, no, I mean obviously there would be situations where you can't use them.
Yeah,
but, like,
okay.
Like when you're going up against like another dude who's just running around with a machete. Why can't you like enter? Why?
Another dude just running around with a machete. What's up? I'm just running around with a machete.
Well, yeah, he's
This is Fallout, bitch.
he's a raider or something. He's got a little machete. He's like, I'm gonna cut you up, bitch.
Fuck you, I got a machete. What you gonna do?
Then you like go in and you like have like a little like kind of one-on-one little fight with them.
You
Kind of what they
did.
do in Mad Max, where it's like they have
yeah.
like I think they could do that and they could get away with it.
Yeah.
I don't see, because like, they take away
I
something
think it'd
like
be great if you could get into like a fist fight with a death claw, though. That would be
well, that would be
like,
fun.
That
'cause
would be hilarious.
Watch you just get ripped apart.
Like you go up, you punch the death claw, like the death claw just goes like this.
Just flicks you away. Well, and on that note too, little things like I think like engine wise, I don't think they need to rehaul it because I think it's stupid.
Yeah, it's
But
already
I
a
think
5-cylinder
almost-
engine. They don't need to put another cylinder in there.
Haha. Just add a Hemi, you know, like just makes like little updates, stuff like that, and stuff like
And call it Fallout Guts Glory Ram.
yeah. That was funny. That was really funny. I applaud you, Cazador Jones.
you.
That was
Thank you.
actually quite funny.
Yes, and the award goes to Cassidy Jones for his Guts Glory Fallout Ram joke. Yes, so I'd like to thank my my producer. His name is Brandon. That's
No,
me
but like,
accepting an award.
but like, say literally you're fighting a death claw
With your
and
bare
it's-
hands.
and it's going to kill you. So instead of just it swatting you away and you dying, or it lifting you up and then throwing you, say it like basically kill screens essentially.
Yeah, okay.
Because I think you don't need to add a ton of them in.
Yeah.
Just little ones.
Just pick you up and be like, I haven't had McDonald's in a while.
Yeah, just, he picks you up and just looks at you and then just like eats you. Like, or like if you're being killed by a raider or a raider runs up behind, like if you're about to die, you know, raider runs up to you and you're like dealing with it and then it kills you. So he just goes, he cuts off your head or whatever.
Yeah.
Like little, tiny little things. Like what happens basically in Skyrim.
And basically, and you also said you had touch base on it at one point with me, that you wanted more realistic combat.
Yes.
Because, and I agree with that too. I can understand that. It's just because the health system in it is a little drawn out and it's not going to take 20 bullets to kill somebody in real life.
Yeah. Like basically like the whole bullet sponge mentality is, if I'm going against a raider.
Or like a super mutant, like,
Oh, where are you, human? I will kill you. Oh, my face. Oh, my face. Oh, my face. Oh, stop shooting me in my face.
Like he's literally, if I'm shooting you with like a
I didn't
freaking
realize
missile
how much
launcher.
super mutants sound like Jack and you say.
They actually do.
They do.
Oh, human, where are you? The new character on the show, super mutant. Jack the super mutant.
Shrek the super mutant.
There's a mod where all the super mutants do become Shrek, though. I saw it the other night. Apparently, it's about, and they just like, they're ogres and they just run around. It's like, that's horrible. I don't want to kill Shrek. No, but like, let's say it's more for certain enemies. Like, I'm okay with the super mutants kind of being bullet sponges or whatever because, like, I get that. But like, if
But like Mirelurk queens need to be like a one-shot kill because they're just like
same with them. But like if I'm going against a human raider, okay,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have any armor on his head,
and he's basically naked and he's raping the air.
and if I shoot him in the face with a shotgun at point blank range, he should die.
Oh, my face and my testicles. It's okay though. I'm alright. Just give me a second. I got to stim back here. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's better.
But it should also affect you as well. Like as much as it would make the game harder. Like if you're not wearing protective armor on your head should be way
You
more.
just said
susceptible to
harder and
damage.
protection in like the same sentence, just so you know.
Harder protection. Harder protection. Now, the two guys in a game present the Pound Beard Network. Performing for you.
Wow, we already have 10 million followers. This is
The
incredible.
Pound Beard Network performing live action adult entertainment. But it's just us, just making sound effects. Oh, snug. The following is a Pound Beard production. Anyway, tangents. No, but like just, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I
just
know what you mean.
if you're,
If
I was
you
also
go
talking about-
up against somebody in real life with a shotgun, at point blank
you're gonna
shoot them.
freaking, if you shoot
If
them in
you
the
go
head,
up
they're gonna die.
against a super mutant in real life
With
with
a
shotgun,
missile launcher and shoot them in the face, they're
then
gonna
you're
die.
gonna die. The splash damage
Well,
alone
that's
will
the
kill
too.
you.
It's like it should also affect the
If
like.
you tape your dingling, I will use this censorship once, to a rocket propelled grenade. I'm sorry.
would you do
I'm
that?
so sorry.
Why would you do
I can't
that?
stay focused now because we've been doing this.
We've only been doing it for like 40 minutes.
I've
not
been
even.
trying. I've been trying to stay focused on the topic.
That's how long you can stay focused on the topic. That was like maybe
And we wouldn't
6
call
or
it a
7
rocket
minutes.
propelled grenade. We'd call it a rocket penis grenade.
Rocket propelled penis.
RPP.
No, but like if you're the human player and you're going and like you get sniped, for example.
yeah.
If I get shot, if out of nowhere I got shot by a sniper, he's probably gonna hit me in the head. I should probably die.
You should probably keep moving forward.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
like,
get you, Snapper. I still got 4
bang,
health points.
Fuck, bang, fuck. Like,
my.
you know what I mean?
Ooh.
If I'm wearing leather armor and get shot with an RPG, I should probably die. You know, but then if I'm in my power armor, I should be basically invincible.
That's true.
You know, like it's just little things like that. Like I feel like that wouldn't be too much to ask,
I think they should put
You know?
weapon customization in the game.
more so than they already do.
No. Just wait. They already have it?
Yeah.
I know.
I know as well. I think building on it, like if you say you have, just making it more accessible. Because I found with some guns it was a
Yeah,
pain
like
in the ass to
wheelchair
operate.
accessible. Like,
Yeah.
allow your character to get into a wheelchair and be like, I'm a handicapped Fallout player and I deserve respect. And then the Raiders are like, they just come over to you, push you over. You're like, that's not, you know what? You have to respect me. And the Raiders are like, oh man, I'm so
I'm so sorry, man.
You know what? Here, let me just get you up. No, I can do it on my own. There's nobody look at me. I can do it on my own. It's a
It just
joke.
becomes Joe.
Joe
No,
in a
don't
Fallout
look. or
game
else
would
I'll
be
have to go
great.
help.
That would be so great. Just,
I want to talk about vaginas.
I want to talk about vaginas.
But like on that topic, though, talking about characters, I think that The character customization in Fallout 4 was great, so I was totally like touching legs. I think it's great.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's tons of different faces and customization, but why couldn't they figure out a way to, number one, have different backstories?
And another thing, why is Professor Oak not on the opening title screen when they're asking like, are you a boy or a girl? What's your name? Like he's
It's
usually
not Pokemon,
there.
Kaz.
He's usually
Not
there.
every game is Pokemon.
He's like, welcome to the world of Pokemon. I'm Professor Oak. This is a Pikachu.
But it's Fallout. But he'd be Fallout Pikachu, so
But
he'd be like in bondage.
But Pokemon went extinct after the Great War. So now it's just me. And he pulls out an AK-47. Get ready for Fallout, motherfuckers.
He's in like bondage to get ready for Fallout.
And then it shrinks you down, and you're in your starting town. And you go outside, and you're like, dun, dun, and then your rival comes over. Dun, 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 dun.
Slit your
I'm
throat.
gonna beat Fallout before you beat Fallout. What? What does that even mean? I'm gonna go Fallout all the Fallouts everywhere. See if you can help me. Fallout. Let's have a Fallout battle.
You just shoot him in the
And
head.
then you just shoot him. He dies. And it's just like,
Oh, that was
that
easy.
was interesting. And then you're like, yeah. And then the game just is like, well, you don't have a rival, so you have no purpose. So the game's over.
Now we're gonna kill you.
You have to go to the Pokemon League and just start shooting people.
Fallout
Now I'm the
Pokemon.
champion of the Pokemon
That'd be
League.
so good. That
And
would
there's
actually be
nobody
really
else
good.
left.
No, but like, that was actually a funny tangent. But like, with the character customization, like, just add a couple different, like, being able to choose.
Yeah.
Like, even with Mass Effect, like, you had that option. You didn't have to see what happened.
Yeah.
You don't have to play through it. Just be like, oh, you were someone who was in the army. You were someone who did this. You were someone who did that. Like, just
Well, yeah,
and
but they kind of have, like, so you want more backstories. You don't
more
just
than
want a
what
single
we
back-
had, and being able to make slightly different choices.
And being able to name your child.
No, I don't want
Sean!
that. Because like that was my only problem with Fallout 4 is that the whole game I felt like everything was already laid out for me.
And that's not what Fallout's about.
No, it shouldn't be. Or like, you know, I have to only do this, or I have to only do this. Like, give me even 2 or 3 different options.
Yeah.
Okay, in this story playthrough, you can either help your vault, and that's your main purpose of the game.
Yeah.
Or you can help your town, or you can be a raider. That's it. Those are your 3 options.
And the Raider option sounds best because then you get to go do psycho and drugs and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
and
jack.
you're just like a freaking crazy drug addict, but like there's a story based around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be
Like,
nice. Where
just
depending
something
like how
small
you could
like
start
that,
the
you know?
game off or whatever, and like you want to start off as a raider and you're just shooting up and you're like, and then all of a sudden shit starts to go down, and then you got to be like a freedom fighter raider who goes out.
Exactly. That's
And then-
perfect. There you go. There's
and then
the
the
game.
raider, and then there's like all the raider gangs throughout like your area, wherever your area is, like say Boston, for instance, and there's all these raiders, and then you go out and the raider boss comes out and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing? You're supposed to be raider," blah, blah. And he's like,
And you're like, "No, we need to
I am
change
not
our
a raider
ways."
anymore." He goes, "I'm a braider. Look at her hair," and it's just like, "Oh my god, her hair is beautiful.
No, but like,
Come braid my hair."
but like seriously though, like I think that would be a really interesting, like, because it would be like a story of redemption, and like you the raider clan you're a part of basically turns in a way good.
Now just watch. Now Bethesda's going to have announced Fallout Raider Vegas or something
But
like
like,
that.
I think that's a great idea. And on that topic, why the hell could they not? I think they could give you the ability to be a ghoul if you want to be. I think they could.
Especially a feral ghoul. I think that'd be fun.
Well, I don't know about that, but like, just
I'd
you
be
have
a glowing one instantly. I'd be
you
a
have
glowing one.
3 options. You can either be
I
male,
would just
female,
irradiate
or
you all the time. I'd be like, your rads are going through the roof. You'd be like, Zach, Kaz, get the fuck away from me. Fucking hate you. You stupid glowing piece of shit.
I think that'd be really fun. But also on that topic,
I'm Hodder and I'm
I also think it'd
actually
be,
I could say Kaz stuff. Kaz. On that topic, yes.
I think it'd be funny and really interesting to do because I don't feel like they can ever do multiplayer with Fallout, like full on multiplayer. I don't think it would work.
No.
But
I think
don't
you should be able to
see-
choose a Deathclaw class, though.
that could be fun.
Yeah.
Be a Deathclaw.
Just be like, I woke up this morning, Sharon and the kids went to work. You just
And
see
then
all
I
these
became
Deathclaws killing people in the background. But then I realized what I had to do. I had to become Fallout 5, the quest for peace. Oh, so that's why they call
That's
it that.
why I call it that. No, but like, I think it would be really funny and fun, not so much funny, if they introduce like some kind of like a co-op thing.
Oh, that would
You
be
know what I
bad.
mean? Like, just-
Yeah. But then what? How is that going to work, though?
The only way I could see it working is, let's say, it couldn't be a story thing.
Okay.
Let's say you can like build your town and everything like you can in Fallout 4. And you have specific quests to do for your town or your raider gang or for your vault.
Okay.
And so you can have people come with you. If like NPCs come with you to do the quest if you want, right?
Yeah.
So it could be something as simple as that. And then you can have your buddies join in and do these quests with you that are like never-ending quests. They never, kind of like with Fallout 4 with the whole, oh my God, I'm totally drawing a blank right now. The settlement quests and shit. Kind of like that, but you can do it with NPCs.
How do you draw a blank, actually, now that you think about it?
God fucking damn it, guys.
What? I'm just wondering.
We're on a good
If it's
conversation
blank,
here.
Then how do you
And
draw
you
a
keep
blank?
throwing me off.
No, but co-op will never work though. Even though I can see what you're saying and it's a good idea, it just doesn't work because like there's so many other features in Fallout where it's just like you have to stop every like 5 minutes and look at your Pip-Boy and you go for your Pip-Boy and you're trying to get
I
your
almost
quest
feel
done,
like
blah,
it'd
blah,
have
blah.
to be a situation
So
like
it'd basically be like if one person wants to look at their Pip-Boy, the other person has to bring up their Pip-Boy immediately too. Pause the game kind of thing.
well, not necessarily. The person who is not looking at their Pip-Boy could then defend the other person. It'd have to stay real time, basically.
Yeah.
But like the person, you would have to choose from an NPC that's
Which I
in
guess-
the village, right?
Which I guess makes sense because VATS is in real time now. Not that I completely enjoy that, but I also don't agree with the fact that when you go into VATS in the old games, it's not realistic to the point where like you can just sit there and be like, oh yeah, totally. Just gonna sit here.
I'm gonna go and take a piss real quick. Like no,
Zooms
but like
in on the person and then you
I
just
just
like
I just picture you're your guy, and then you recruit a couple villagers, or you can even on that note as well with your villager people, like you can create villager people if you want. Like not just kids, but like
I mean,
like literally
okay.
you can go, oh, there's a new recruit for your village, and then like you can if you can either choose to just use the stock person who
I
shows
thought you
up.
meant like create them like in a traditional human way.
Well,
of how
that
you
too.
create
I think
humans,
having kids around would be really fun. But like you know what I mean? Like just like if
Hey,
there's
TJ,
a
calm down. We haven't been together that long. We're not discussing kids yet.
God damn it. Little Caz is running around. Hodder and Caz is running around. There's some ugly kids. Anyway.
Rude.
Nah, they'd be beautiful. They'd be really fat with a really good jawline. No, but like, if I just think it'd be a really fun thing. Like if you're, oh, hey boss, we got someone who wants to join our settlement. Here they are, and then you go to like
Then you go to them and you go, fuck you.
well, you could do that too if you want. You know what I mean? Like you have a few options. You can either look and go, okay, here's this person's stats. Here's what they can do for your village. Here's what they offer. Here's what they have with them.
So it says here on your resume that you were
Basically.
a shit picker.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
3
we
years.
need someone to pick shit at our village. Here you go. You can join. And like it ups the stats of your village. But then before you recruit them, you can either use like their stock the way they come.
Stop it.
Or you can like edit them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then so you can let's say, okay, here's Jonathan Lipnicki. He shows up, you know?
He
And
is
it's like,
the
oh,
head porter of your settlement, and
Yes.
he needs to go change that light bulb right now.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
But like, let's say that this guy shows up, and you're like, you know what? I don't like this guy, but I like his stats. Or here comes Andy, and he's a weapons specialist.
Here
and
comes
he's a
Fire Breather
badass.
Dick.
Here comes Fire Breather Dick. And like, okay, I like his stats, and I want someone for my settlement. But you're like, I also want Caz to play the game with me. So I would then be like, fuck this. I'm going to make Cazdo Jones. So then I make Cazdo Jones, and he's an NPC that wanders around and like does his thing. But then when you come over, I'm like, yo, man, you want to do a couple missions with me? So then you jump in and you take over playing as Cazdo Jones. That's a great idea I just thought of. Like, what a killer idea. I feel like that wouldn't be too much to ask. Even just the creating of the like town and like the townspeople and stuff.
What
like
really
that,
is
the
not too much
villagers.
to ask is just for you to get a goddamn Nintendo Switch, but apparently it is too much to ask.
I just bought a freaking car, man. I
You
don't
should have
have
bought the
time.
Switch.
I don't have money to buy a Switch.
I got my Switch before I got my car. Just saying.
Sometimes I look into anyway. But yeah, like those are definitely some things I think I would really want.
Yeah.
I would like to see more settlements. I think like just more like nice small settlements, not just like little bullshit ones.
Yeah.
More
No,
towns, and I want to see them be in a whole different location as well.
I also think so. I know that's just that we're all just talking hypotheticals, but another interesting thing that was also in the article too was we already know that Bethesda has Elder Scrolls 6 in development, but an interesting fact that was pointed out, and IGN's like, you know, they're using their brain
pretty
because
smart.
that's what I was thinking, and a couple other things too. As I was reading through the article, I was thinking, oh, maybe it's this, and I got to a point in the article and they say it, and I'm like, yeah, fist bump, you know. It's actually coming up on the 10th anniversary of Fallout 3.
Ah.
So people are thinking we're going to be getting
Maybe they're going to remaster it.
remaster,
Yeah.
which would not be
That's
a
probably what they're going to do.
bad thing, you know.
I might buy it.
I'm not going to buy it. I hate Fallout, but personally,
I hate Fallout.
I hate Fallout. It's like the worst game ever. But I think that's where they would go with it. I could understand it being like that, and and it's a great game to remaster. So let's erase everything that we just recorded there, and let's talk about
What we want in the remaster.
the remaster. No, I'm just joking. So yeah, but what are we going to look for in the remaster? What do we want
I think,
if it's a remaster?
yeah,
on that
I think the number one thing I want is like, they're going to keep the game the same. They have to.
Yeah,
You know,
but
I would definitely-
differences though,
I want them to definitely fix the game up as far as glitches and stuff like that. I think
and
that's
like
a
the
no-brainer.
cash buildup and everything.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that should be their number one concern.
I wish the cash buildup on the Fallout were like the cash building up in my bank. Oh,
or the
there's a
Caz
joke
buildup.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Somewhere there's a joke. Other than that,
Like
I didn't
don't really
have
know
any
how to do a
prob-
graphic overhaul on that game, other than they just apply the Fallout
the
4
new
sort of
rendering.
kind
So,
of.
yeah,
but
like
even if
just
they do- but
just
how do you
different
really
rendering.
remaster it? I mean, it's already pretty mastered.
If
so-
they want, like they can, like they'll probably throw in the DLC. 'Cause that's what they always do. Throw in the
Yeah.
DLC for free,
which they've done in the past. So.
yeah, which they usually do that when they remaster. If you want to add some stuff, I think some slightly more customer characterization would be cool.
And maybe the ability to play as a Deathclaw. Just
Maybe,
saying.
or as a ghoul, maybe.
Or better, how about this? If you're going to remaster one Fallout game, why not remaster two? Remaster New Vegas.
Bro, if they remaster New Vegas, like properly remaster New Vegas, we need to like.
New Vegas, the remaster.
I'm going to tell you guys this right now, right here on episode 28 of Two Guys in the Game. If they remaster Fallout New Vegas for like the PS4 or whatever the hell,
Yeah.
we will not only buy it the
We
day
will
it comes
kill you.
out, we will stream it together.
Oh, well, that went in a different direction.
Yeah, we
Sorry,
will
guys,
literally
we're not
like.
going to kill you.
Yeah, no, sorry. We will literally like we'll create characters. We'll create Casdo Jones, and we will play the game together with one of us playing, one of us doing commentary, and we won't play it without each other. We'll just play it every time Cass comes over and we have time. We'll just
So like
record
once
bunch
a
of
month
videos.
when I come over.
Basically once a month when we record this fucking podcast. Well,
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see, but I think that's the way they're going to go with it. I
Probably,
honestly feel
yeah.
like it'd be leaning more to that because I don't really see them coming out with Fallout 5 so quickly. I mean, you have to think like these games take like look
maybe
how
in
long-
like 2020 or something.
yeah, like
but
look at
not
like
anytime
Skyrim
soon.
has. We might hear some stuff on Elder Scrolls 5 or sorry,
I'm
6
hoping so, yeah.
this year, but it's been like what? When did Skyrim come out again? When did we discuss this? Like 2012 or 11. So
Late
it's been,
2011.
It's been
I
like
think.
7 years since the last one, and they usually take a 5-year gap, 5 to 6 year gap.
So
in
we're
between
getting
versions. So
close.
it's not unheard of to think that, but that should be the next game.
That's going to be
considering,
super cool.
Yeah, so I don't really see it being a Fallout game, but Fallout 3 remastered, that's a possibility. It's a great cash grab for them, but they know people will buy it. And if they do it right, they can release it on the Nintendo Switch,
Which
needs to be done.
That's something I want from Fallout 3. Nintendo Switch release.
Yeah.
Why not?
Like
They
Skyrim's
could do it,
there,
yeah.
so you're telling me you can put Skyrim on the Switch? You can put
If it comes out for the Switch, you're going to get it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna lie in my bed all day and just play.
I feel like we can almost have a whole other podcast on what we want from the new the new Elder Scrolls 2.
Yeah,
I feel like that could be a
it's
whole
actually
other
Elder Scrolls
conversation.
6, not Elder Scrolls 2. But I appreciate you trying to
Listen.
understand. It's okay. TJ just doesn't play games a lot. So.
I don't actually play video games ever.
He just owns them. He just looks at the case. Wow, I bet you this game's really fun. TJ,
I bet you God of War's great.
you don't even own a PS4. Yeah, but still, I can look at the disc. Wow, I love Kratos on this picture. It's the same picture you were staring at yesterday. I know, but I just love him a lot. You know, Adian Chronicles, the first mage, the guy named Adian, who goes on all the chronicles.
His name's Elrond. That's the best part
Elrond?
about that whole fucking game. By the way, guys,
Elrond.
we are coming up on the 30th anniversary of Two Guys in a Game.
It's not the
our
30th
episode.
anniversary. That means
30th
it's your
episode.
30th year.
Oh!
You can't just start throwing words
Screw
around.
you. I don't care. I do what I want.
No.
Whatever. I do what I want.
No.
On the Hodder Show on episode 30, I did a freaking live cast. I do what I want.
That's like...
Fight me.
It just doesn't work like that. Anniversary
I
is
know,
a
I'm
year.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. God damn it, Casa. No, but we are going to have our 30th episode, which is kind of a fun milestone. So I figure right now we're going to announce that we're going to do a actual like full-on Q&A. So we're going to collect questions from you guys. So send us questions, please.
Send us questions.
because
Kaz will
we need
sarcastically answer most of them.
Yes,
And
but if there's
TJ
like
will
some
give you the real
if there's like some serious questions you people want to ask Kaz or me, we will answer them. We'll probably answer them funny or whatever the hell. But
I'll
if
definitely
there's a
answer
serious question, we will actually answer them because I feel like that'd be a lot of fun.
A serious question like, "Hi, can you give me your liver? I need a liver transplant."
No, I mean like
Are you serious? Get the fuck out of
no, but
here.
if someone's like I don't know a serious question like if someone's like oh like what's
Oh, my dog's lost. Can you help me find it?
God. No.
Yes, I'll be right there. Where do you live? Jacksonville. Okay.
I'll go to Jacksonville. All right, let's go to the Kazmobile.
Let's go, Morty.
No, but hit us up on all the social medias. We got Facebook, Instagram under Two Guys in a Game, and then as well as Twitter, Two Guys AA Game.
Plus Cazador motherfucking Jones at the Tangent King.
Yes, hit him up as well with your questions.
You weren't gonna do it. You weren't even thinking about me.
I
You
wasn't
don't love
actually.
me.
So I'm.
You don't
But
love
that's
me
your
anymore.
job to plug yourself. You can also hit me up TJ_Hodder at on Twitter. You can also. Hit us up on the email, two guys in a game podcast at gmail.com and the website, podbeardnetwork.com/2 guys in a game.
And a game.
Yes. So send us some questions. We will start kind of like racking them up now. And some of our listeners that I know are like regular listeners, I may or may not be hitting you up for questions as well. Just a heads up. So it's like the message from me. Probably
He's
next
looking at
couple
me
of weeks.
like, Zach, come up with some questions right now. No one's going to ask us any questions. We are
Well,
going to flop so hard.
Hey, Fave. I'm going to tell you something right now that I've never told anyone.
Uh-oh.
TJ's
a virgin.
I did a two-part Q&A once on the Hodder Show way back in the day.
Yeah.
And I had all these awesome questions for the first one. And the second one, I had like all these really shitty questions people were asking me that I already answered.
What's your favorite
So
color?
So I made up a bunch of questions on the spot. And it turned out to be a really great episode. I was like, shit.
How do you tune a left-handed guitar properly? Okay, these questions are not related to what's your middle name?
Well, to tune a left-handed guitar properly, you tune it just like you tune no guitar, just backwards.
You know what? Now I'm starting to
stupid
understand why
straightforward.
tangents are annoying because these idiots are asking the stupidest
Yeah.
tangent questions ever.
Yeah,
How
there
do
you
you
go.
peel a coconut? Oh
How
my
do you
God.
peel a coconut?
That's actually the title of my next album is How Do You Peel a Coconut? So
How do you peel a coconut? Good Lord. Jesus, guys. Well, anyway, I believe it is now time for some shout-outs.
Shoutouts initiating.
Shout-outs initiating.
the following is a pod shout out production.
Anyway, so I'd like to give a shout-out to the entire Podbeard Network. All of our friends. Of course, we have Mike Spears Podcast, The Hodder Show,
You're all
Creep
doing
or
a
Sleep.
great job.
Yes. No, you're not. No. The following is a Podbeard production. But seriously, some great podcasts there. I want to give a shout out as well to all of our YouTuber and streamer friends, Martin Perez, Prog Rocker, Angelis Show, and Dark Runner. I want to give a shout out to all of the hashtag Pod and Family friends that we have. Still Loading Podcast, Drinks with Larry, Bob One Bob, Karaoke Biggie Podcast, Amazing Nerd Show.
Two guys in a game.
Two Guys in the Game, Castro Jones, Life is Casual Gamer Podcast, The Real Rand. There's some great podcasts, tons of them out there. I'd be sitting here all day. Usually I have like a little list, but I don't have my list today, so I'm just doing it off the top of my head. Thank you everybody for all the retweets and everything. We seriously appreciate it. So thank you very, very much. We do genuinely appreciate all your support. Thank you very much. Shout out to you listening right now. We appreciate it. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, follow, rate. However you do, whatever you need to do to get a hold of this podcast, please do so. We very much appreciate it. Kaz,
It's
any shouts today?
1-888-GOFUCKYOURSELF. And that again is a 1-800 number, so it's completely toll free.
Yeah, that's Kaz's line. If you call that, he will answer and tell you that exactly.
Yeah,
Haha.
you just need to learn how to. I thought you knew how to read. Do we need to play Ocarina
Yeah, I
of
need to
Time
play
again?
Ocarina of Time again. I didn't get that at first.
Yeah, he was like looking at me like, "Did you just spell something
What did you
really?"
just spell
what-
out?
I don't know if it was good or
And then I
bad. It's
figured it
usually
out.
bad.
I'm smirt. Haha.
Smirt with a U.
Smirt with a U and an F. Smirt.
Smirt.
But anyway, guys, that's it just for today. Thank you so very much again for tuning in. I have been Hodder.
And I have been Gasolini.
I've been the Hodder Fini.
No, we said we weren't changing
Hodder
it.
the Fini.
You
No, I'm just
shouldn't have
Hodder.
changed it. You
I'm
ruined
sorry.
it.
I
Shut it
ruined
down.
the
Just roll the
podcast.
credits, Brandon.
Roll the
Podcast is
credits.
over. Roll credits. It's the end of season 2.
Bye, everybody.